Welcome to Drawfee Break, the midweek freeform drawing session. I'm Caldwell.
I'm Nathan.
Guys, Nathan is back, as you all know. He's long reigned in lands far away, but now he's returned to us. And it's time for him to do some makeup drawings. He's got to make up for all his lost time, so I'm going to kick back and just let Nathan go to town. Nathan, what are you drawing for me right now?
I'm drawing myself as King BuffKing.
Oh, this is the official picture of what King BuffKing looks like. This is your official royal portrait.
I got who is it on Twitter that drew a great
You
King
keep
BuffKing.
drawing. I'll look it up.
Okay, great. I RT'd him.
Oh yeah, I got the sweet RT.
I gave him an RT,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, you guys nailed it with your. You guys know me so well. You know exactly the kind of hijinks that I'm gonna get into.
When you say RT, do you mean rear touch?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not do that.
Oh.
I didn't know this person's age or preference, and it seemed potentially rude. So I did not do a rear touch on this person.
Well, that's your loss.
I believe their name was Spencer in some way. I believe Spencer's in there. I'm having trouble finding the actual comic now. I don't know if it's been.
It's not in my. If you just go to my Twitter, it's not there.
I'll go to your Twitter.
This is.
I gotta go all over the internet for this.
Yeah.
I'm dragging mud all over the internet now.
You're tracking. Is it raining?
It was raining here. Okay, it was Nick, our buddy at Nick Spencer.
There was Spencer in there.
Yep.
Good mem.
Thanks.
That's some good mem.
Great mem.
Great memming.
Thanks, buddy.
Look at, yeah. See, the thing about King BuffKing is his muscles are so big that they are not anywhere close to the correct proportions.
Yeah, he's got kind of like Incredible Hulk from the 90s muscles.
Yeah.
Just like impossible.
Just impossible muscles.
It's like, I feel like it's like
I guess I'm just going to be on my throne.
I feel like his muscles are like some sort of like visual illusion where like every time you look back, there's more abs or less abs. Like, it's just a fluctuating amount of abs that like I think it kind of like depends on like your power can be tracked by how many abs you have at any given time.
Right. It's so, it's a very visible power. And
like if we were to zoom in on your abs right now, there would be like sub abs within them. It's just kind of like an infinite fractal of fractal abdomen.
A frabdomen.
Frabdomen. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's your
like
abs are like a straight up Jabberwocky.
Yeah,
just a nonsense word. Is your head normal sized?
I think I mean my head stays the same size. My body just gets huge around it.
Ah, that makes sense. It's like you're wearing like a giant like muscle suit.
Yeah, but I got like a Zeus beard.
Oh
going.
Wow. Well, yeah. Like at this point,
I can afford as king.
You can afford.
I was able to afford stylists.
Yeah.
I guess we're sort of starting in the middle. Let's backtrack a little.
Okay.
I was on vacation for the past 2 weeks.
I know.
I know you know. I'm talking.
You don't have to tell me this.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
So you were on vacation.
I was on vacation for the past 2 weeks in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
In classic me fashion, my raft got sucked into a vortex, and I ended up in a fantasy world.
Right.
Where I was able to grow muscles extraordinarily fast. Because of course I don't exercise.
Was it like a Superman situation where like that planet, this realm had a different sun?
Yeah. It's honestly because the realm that I went to.
Yeah.
Has no tomatoes in it.
Oh, I see.
So I think just the presence of tomatoes is a weakening. It's a weakening force.
So this is a tomato-free zone.
This was a tomato-free zone.
I was hoping that it was gonna have like
no tomatoes,
a purple sun or something like very like wacky like that. But no,
because
just zero tomatoes.
Just zero tomatoes, as we established.
What about tomatillos? Any tomatillos?
Unfortunately, some tomatillos. Yes.
Okay, that seems tricky. That seems like maybe your one weakness.
Yeah, but I did all right.
When you go to like the stylist, do you ask for like, do you hand him a picture of Zeus from Disney's Hercules and say like, just make it like this, please?
Well, the cool thing about the stylist there is they're psychic. So
Cool.
I just had to think about Zeus from Disney's Hercules.
So that's an impressive. Well, it seems like kind of a waste of a psychic, but I guess that's up to you to decide.
Honestly, I could have used you there as an advisor because it was just a bunch of yes men.
I would have been
I'd say something and they'd be like, "Oh, that's a good idea." It's like, "Oh, we got this psychic. What do you want him for?" And I was like, I've always wanted Zeus's beard from Disney's Hercules.
And yeah, he would have known that. I will say, if you made me your vizier, I would have instantly gone Jafar on you. I hate to tell you that, but that's just the harsh reality.
Less.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rolled in day 2 of being your vizier, with a weird serpent staff, and you would be like, "Oh, that's a cool staff." I'm like, yeah, I made it.
If there's one thing I am, it's an excellent judge of character.
Right.
That's something the Sultan. That's a real line from.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From Aladdin. He says
such a goof.
It's such a good goof that they're winking. They're winking at the audience.
They're
with that
winking.
one.
You know what? I think there's some jokes that the adults will enjoy as well in this film.
Yeah.
That's my review of the film Aladdin. If you haven't seen it, maybe go check it out.
If you haven't seen that, go check it out. There's a new film franchise though that I know
man.
you're excited to
It's
talk
time
about.
to put the old franchises to bed, Nathan. Because there's a new king in town. This weekend, Maze Runner Scorch Trials is out. Now I haven't seen the first Maze Runner, and I don't plan on it, but I'm very excited for Scorch Trials.
It's got little fingers.
Littlefinger, big heart. That's what I always say.
Littlefinger, big heart. Littlefinger, big world.
Jojen Reed's up in there.
Yeah, I think Jojen. They got two Game of Throners.
I love that
which is the makings of a good franchise.
You got a good Franch on your hand. They went to the Franch Ranch. They saw that and they just plucked it right off the vine. They said, "This is going to be a hit. This is going to be a winner." The thing you did not mention about this franchise, though, in addition to having Littlefinger and Jojen Reed up in the mix, it's also just got a bucket load of just hot teens just running around.
That's what you need. You need 2 Game of Thrones. You need just a bucket of hot teens.
Yeah, just a a deep pail, a well.
We came up with our
ground spring
YA series back before you moved.
Oh, sure, I remember the name of that.
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane, yes. Thank you.
And again, you gotta have those chock full of hot teens. That's how you get it. The story, fine.
Inconsequential.
You got a cool title like Maze Runner Scorch Trials. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
why wasn't the first one called Scorch Trials? I feel like that's what it was missing.
Yeah, they should have all been Maze Runner Scorch Trials.
Yeah, it would have been a little confusing for the promo, I guess. I'll admit that, but I would have seen the first one if it was called Scorch Trials.
If they were all called Maze Runner Scorch Trials Part 1, Maze Runner Scorch
that's
Trials
honestly,
Part 2, even more scorches.
That's why I'm tuning in, because I saw the preview. I'm like, hold up, there are Scorch Trials.
There's
now?
a Scorch Trials.
They gotta undergo a Scorch Trial.
The Scorch is a place, I think.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's a place, but
it's
I think
a bombed out wasteland looking place.
I think the Scorch Trial also metaphorically represents all the hot teens having to resist just having a straight up makeout party for the entire movie, as opposed to getting anything done. It's it's a metaphorical trial. I don't understand why all these movies don't just devolve into hot teens making out. That seems like the best way to to disobey authority above all
is to just have the hot. Well, I think that's why they got sent to the Scorch in the first place.
Oh, because they were making out too hard?
Yeah, they were making out too hard, and all the lame adults played by Littlefinger. Littlefinger represents all adults.
It's very Shakespearean.
And he's just like, you can't be making out.
You're making out too much.
All you hot teens.
There's too much groping. There's too much teen gropes.
I'm sending you to the Scorch.
That's a great Littlefinger.
Yeah, he's a pirate.
He's
just doing his own thing with his voice, which is I like. I like that about him.
I feel like it changes accent like episode to episode. In this, it seems like it's like
There's
Welsh,
no
but also
justice.
pirate.
There's no justice in
the
this world.
scorch.
In the scorch.
So there's just like too much teen groping going on. So they all got sent to the scorch.
They all got sent to the scorch. Little did they know,
Uh-huh.
that's just where they're gonna do even more groping.
That's just the full on. It's a full on bone zone. The scorch represents the heat of their passion.
That was the rejected. That's the third Maze Runner. Maze Runner.
Maze Runner 2, Scorch Trials, Maze Runner 3, Bone Zone Supreme.
Full on
Bone Zone
Supreme.
Bone Zone, Maximum Bone Zone.
Maximum Bone Zone. Oh, that's.
This is a great drawing, man.
Thank you.
I would worship. Are you wearing a kilt because like
I'm
pants
wearing,
don't
like-
fit anymore?
Regular. Well, Caldwell, can I be honest with you?
Always.
I've never been a huge fan of pants.
Really? You more of a shorts guy?
I mean, if I could, I'd be nude 24/7.
Gotcha.
But again, I didn't want to subject my subjects to that.
But like you wanted them.
It would have been too distracting.
Them. Yeah.
So
I understand.
I just this is just like a cloth tied with like a girdle.
Oh, I see. So like it could be whipped off at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you needed to intimidate someone or like have your way with a concubine, I suppose. I don't know what kind of king you were. I don't know how.
I was a BuffKing.
You were a BuffKing. You weren't. I mean, what does that mean?
It means my number one priority at all times was buffness.
I like to think that like your vizier, whoever your actual vizier was like constantly being like, "My lord, like the concubines await," and you're like, "No, I'm lifting." You're just like constantly like bench pressing and doing squats and like. Yeah, actually, we're a very bad king because you were just too busy getting ripped.
Oh, I was a terrible king. I wouldn't want me in charge of anything.
You spend all of the nation's finances on
burgers,
on burgers, on whey, mostly on whey.
On whey, just because I always wanted to know what that was.
Yeah, and now that you're king, you know.
Yeah, I missed it. I didn't really draw myself doing anything. Just like I think most of the time I was just sort of fist pumping, sitting in a throne, fist pumping.
I think that's you were like I think there was a lot of critics about your reign because they were like he just lifts weights and fist pumps and hollers all day and he doesn't even wear pants.
I didn't lift that many weights because again my power mostly came from the fact that there just weren't tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
I think I've like been living with like training weights by having my beard troll.
Yeah, well, you had to tone. I mean, like you were muscular as a result.
Right. I gained mass very quickly.
Yeah.
And then I had to spend most of my time toning.
Yeah, toning for your sins. The sin of being not swole. Atoning. Can I hop in here?
Yes.
I want to draw who your actual vizier was, if you don't mind.
Oh,
right.
Please do.
So go ahead and just save that file if you would, sir.
It's done, been saved.
Is it 72? I see it. Okay. So the other thing. One sec. That's not right.
Give it a sec. Give it a sec to sync.
So the other thing that people wanted us to draw, I'm going to pull up one more suggestion.
You got it.
Was our friend the Void. The Void.
Yeah, our friend the Void
suggested. He said, "Draw me up some of those hot fashion snakes." That we talked about last week on Morning Drawfee. So I think I'm definitely going to get into that. I'm going to get into some of that business.
Fashion snakes, you guys managed to really cover a lot of topics that I was dealing with firsthand because fashion snakes are a prominent community in tomato-free world.
Actually, here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it Richard Scarry style. Just like basically fashion snakes it's just a snake that has somehow it's like Dobby from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
How like if like a house elf finds a shoe or like is given some sort of clothing.
Is given clothing.
Yeah.
It must
like
be
that.
given clothing, even if it's by accident, just by like having clothing been thrown at them.
Exactly. So what happened here is if you give a snake any fashion,
Right.
fashion advice, if you actually give them like like a shawl or a wrap or like some sort of a culotte or anything that would look like nice and tasteful on a nice fall day, they instantly become a fashion snake. So like as you can see here, this snake,
all snakes have the potential to become fashion snakes.
It's like
it's just whether or not their potential is unlocked.
It's like a built-in snake evolution. And it would be a full-on revolution, honestly. If more snakes figure this out, it would be bad news for us peoples. So I'm gonna have to overlap a little bit here, and I deeply apologize for that.
Well, while you do that, I just want to sort of catch everyone up on sort of the canon of the Drawfee-verse.
Thank you, please. It's so rich in fable.
So in my beard there lives a troll.
Yes.
That named Blathen.
Yes.
But we've already established that living inside of me is a parasite. Like a crab parasite that will one day emerge and will cause me to evolve into Slathen.
Listen, man, I don't know your body. That is your business.
So
I don't know what you got up in there.
I think what we're dealing with is sort of like a forktail evolution tree.
Oh, I see.
Where if I'm exposed to tomatoes, Blathen will take over and I'll become fully Blathen.
Oh, I see.
Whereas if I am allowed to level up normally,
right,
I will continue my evolution track into Slathen.
Oh, okay. I feel like this should. Oh, I should have like diamonds. Diamond, like a little. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, damn! That snake is fashionable.
It's a pretty fashionable snake.
Like, see, I don't understand high fashion, but I feel like this snake is like making it accessible.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, this snake is bringing it down to the people. This is like, I mean, you can get this. You can go to a Kohl's. You can go to a Steinmart.
Right.
You can go to a Kmart, any of the marts, and you can pick up any of these, and you can pick up one of these fashion snakes today. This is the hot new accessory.
You can get the snake itself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the thing is, the fashion snake.
You can purchase the snake to own?
You purchase the snake to own.
Oh, wow.
You'd think that you would have to go to a pet store. No, they're available. They're available at pet stores, but mostly you can just get them, in the store.
It's sort of the final realization, the ultimate culmination of Kohl's and PetSmart.
Exactly. You go to like any store. I think different stores will have different fashion snakes. Like you go to like a Hurley, they're probably gonna have like a, more trendy snake. Something a little more surfer dude.
You go to TJ Maxx, you're gonna get like a good bargain.
Reasonable snake. You're just gonna get I feel like if you go to TJ Maxx, you're just gonna get like a snake wearing like one oversized jean leg.
You get a snake from TJ Maxx, then you're a Maxon Hista.
You're a Max.
Hista?
No, I can't allow that. Rescind it.
All right.
You're not the king. You're not the king no more.
Rescind it.
I can't allow this. I'm shutting it down. So, did we come up with a name for your vizier?
Fashion snake.
Is it just fashion? Oh, okay, I like that. It's like that. It doesn't have a name; it has a title.
Yeah,
I prefer that. Honestly.
First fashion snake of the realm.
Exactly, first of his name.
First of his name.
Yep.
There you go.
Fashion snake, the first.
We got there.
Well, you know what? I feel like I nailed it in one. I don't really need to go any further than this. And also, we've been talking for a while, so I think we can shut it down. I think we've caught you up to speed.
Yeah, I'm back. This was necessary. This was therapeutic for me.
You're ready to get back to work.
Now there's a record. Me on my bacon throne.
Oh, is that what that is? I wasn't sure if it was bacon or just like.
It was supposed to be bacon. Mm-hmm. It's bacon looks a little different in No Tomato Land.
Yeah, it's heartier. It's a thicker cut.
It's a thicker cut. It's a steakhouse cut.
Oh, nice. I prefer princess cut. This has been Morning Drawfee.
Yep.
Or Drawfee Break, whatever. It's been a show on the internet that we do where we draw pictures. We really appreciate you guys watching. If you have suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. You know what? Share with a friend. Let us know
tweet
that you
about
share
the
with...
show. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, this show I'm watching is good.
Yeah, just tweet about it. Maybe if you tweet about it and tell us like who you shared it with, and that person like tweets at us as well and is like, "Hey, I got the rec." Maybe we'll draw them a picture. I don't know. Test it
I
out.
don't know.
Test those waters.
Test C. We won't say we won't do that.
We will say we will. Dip
Yep.
that dirty toe on in and see what happens.
Dip it in.
I'm
Dip a toe.
Caldwell.
I'm still Nathan.
Great. All hail King BuffKing, and we're sorry.
Sorry.